Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and here's a market update with Caleb and Brown.
All of this happened in crypto this week. After last week's macro sell-off, crypto markets are regaining strength as rate cut odds for December near 64%. The US Senate passed a funding bill, ending the government shutdown and providing short-term relief for risk assets. On-chain, Bitcoin dipped below 100K, but found support and rebounded above 105K to start the new week. Institutions are still buying. Metaplanet borrowed $100 million against its existing Bitcoin holdings just to buy more, expanding its treasury to over 30,000 BTC. Ethereum sold off to near $3,000, but recovered back towards 3,500 as markets stabilized. Meanwhile, JP Morgan's latest filing showed ownership of nearly 2 million shares in Bitmine, a company heavily exposed to Ethereum. The US Treasury just approved staking rewards for crypto ETFs, a major unlock for Ethereum and Solana investment products. Bitwise's Solana staking ETF made headlines, pulling in over $545 million in its first week of trading, one of the strongest ETF debuts of the year. Ripple raised $500 million at a $40 billion valuation, signaling that venture appetite for crypto infrastructure is far from fading. And in Asia, Japan's three biggest banks won approval to trial a yen-pegged stablecoin, while the UK and Canada unveiled frameworks to regulate fiat-backed digital tokens. Read about all of this and more in...
All right, if you hadn't opened an account, I did. Go to XRPwealth589.com if you would like to have free institutional grade custody, a broker you can talk to on the phone, you can email, or you can send a direct message to through the app, and you'd like to have the over-the-counter liquidity for when the time comes for you to sell, if that's what you want to do. All right, they're my partner, Caleb and Brown. Now, look at this. These are the guys from Sigma. A Sigma community member has announced that he's going to be a speaker at XRP Las Vegas. The tickets are on sale now. Here's the speakers that they've put on here, and there's a lot more to come. But the ones so far is Dom and Phil Kwok from EZA, Matt Hogan from Bitwise, Paul Barron from the Paul Barron Network, John Deaton, who's now running for Senate against Ed Markey, James Metal Lawman Murphy, the guy who helped me get my X account back, Jake Boyle from Caleb and Brown, and then there's the Zach Hammond from the Sigma community. So it's going to be at Paris Las Vegas Casino this year. You can get your tickets at xrplasvegas.com. The market is kind of flat. We got a 243 XRP right now. Here it is, folks. I mean, you can feel it. It's happening this week, is my understanding, with Canary. 11 XRP ETF products now appear on the DTCC website. All the money. Analysts say the end of the U.S. shutdown could open ETF floodgates for XRP. $5 next. Cointelegraph is floating that. $5 next for XRP. I'll take it. Okay, this is great. Thinking Crypto had Ashish Burla on to talk about Evernorth. This is awesome.
So let's talk Evernorth. To give an overview of this company, what's the mission and why XRP was chosen as the digital asset?
The mission is really to make it easier for folks to buy, hold, and get exposure to XRP. It's for us, Tony. We've been in this space a long time. We know how to manage wallets. We know how to manage cryptocurrencies. But for the large part of the world, that is too difficult. For big institutions that want exposure to this asset class in XRP, that's too complicated. So the idea behind Evernorth is let's make it as easy as buying Tesla stock in your brokerage account, your E-Trade account, your Fidelity account, your Robinhood account. Just like you buy that stock, you can buy XRPN, the ticker for Evernorth, and you get exposure to XRP as an asset class. And we don't stop there. You also get to participate in the strategies that we'll develop at Evernorth, like yield strategies. And with those yield strategies, a portion of that yield that we generate will go back into the treasury. So we'll use that yield to buy more XRP and add to the treasury. And the goal here for Evernorth shareholders is to maximize XRP per share. And why did I choose XRP? I'll answer that question. Well, one, I really believe in this future that the financial world is going to be reformed, and there's going to be a revolution, and that revolution is going to start on a blockchain, and it's spurred by that innovation around the blockchain. And early on, the XRP creators decided that they wanted to build a blockchain that was optimized for financial use cases. This was back in 2012. Maybe that's mainstream now, but this is back in 2012 to create an ecosystem, to create a technology that's optimized for payments, that's optimized for tokenized assets. Today we call those real world assets or RWAs, but the ability to have these equities, real estate and so forth, tokenized and available for the world on a blockchain. That's what the XRP ledger and supporting technologies are good for. So, I decided XRP, obviously, with my, history, that made a lot of sense. But I also noticed, Tony, that there's no digital asset treasury of significance around XRP. And that made it a no-brainer. Let's go do it.
For sure. So would it be safe to say you're looking to become the MicroStrategy of XRP, MicroStrategy specifically focused on Bitcoin?
I'm excited about building on the XRP ecosystem. I think the world should know about what's going on in terms of financialization on a blockchain. And I think the world's going to look very different in 10 years than it is for now in the financial world, because of technologies like XRP, but also all the accompanied technologies that support the infrastructure around XRP, like the stablecoin, which is growing rapidly, that serves, Tony, as on and off ramps. That was a big piece that was missing. How do you get onto a blockchain? Well, stablecoins solves a part of that, and Evernorth helps institutions and retail investors get on and off and participate in the ecosystem, the DeFi ecosystem around the XRP ledger as well.
So with regards to Evernorth, and this is a rookie question because I'm still trying to grasp the idea fully of digital asset treasury companies. Is that a company that existed before with sort of services and products, or is it a brand new company specifically focused on the XRP treasury, or does it have, like I said, other means of revenue and services and things like that?
No, we are 100% focused on XRP. We're building a digital asset treasury, but it's an active treasury, in that we will be putting the XRP to use. We have a TradeFi, a traditional strategy, and we have a DeFi strategy, and we want to use the XRP ecosystem to generate yield on the DeFi strategy side of things. That'll help that ecosystem flourish, but it'll also be good for the Evernorth digital asset treasury as well.
Very interesting clip. And this one is too. Here's another clip of him talking to Thinking Crypto.
You mentioned the demand for XRP. We've seen a lot of spot ETF filings still on the table, waiting for the SEC to take action. In addition, you had XRP futures go live on the CME and so forth. And there's been a lot of institutional demand. So I think it's like perfect timing that you guys are launching this digital asset treasury company focused on XRP, because how things have changed, Ashish. I mean, obviously the SEC Ripple lawsuit has concluded after, years of going back and forth. But, the sun is shining down now on us, and the dark clouds have gone away, and there's a lot of demand for this asset.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a new day, Tony. Like it definitely feels like, we started off as infants in this industry, and now we're, becoming adults. And I'm happy to be part of the adult movement.
We've been telling you that Ripple were the adults in the room for over 5 years. He keeps saying it here.
Movement in digital assets. And part of that adult movement is getting institutions to adopt. I don't think this ecosystem, I don't think cryptocurrencies will flourish until there is broad-based adoption by institutions out there. And again, Evernorth is one tool to help get institutional adoption, making it easier to participate in the crypto economy, making it easier to participate in this financial future that will be built on blockchains. But there's going to be other tools that we need. We talked about regulation and the right kind of legislation, but we need more tools around there. ETFs being a great one, CME futures, trading XRP, another great tool. And again, this is all part of the adult growing up process that the whole industry
growing up from cartoon monkeys
is now participating in. Thankfully.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I read you guys are raising $1 billion to buy XRP, of course. Is that a cap, or in the future you may raise additional capital? And who are the folks who have participated so far in the capital?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we'll stay active out there. We don't have any plans to stop, and so we'll as soon as the transaction is closed, we'll again look at additional opportunities. But the idea is not to stop at $1 billion in treasury. And I'm happy, Tony, to be supported by world-class investors. And one thing that we do want to do is expand internationally. You may know that XRP is widely popular in Korea and in Japan, and having SBI participate in Evernorth's financing is going to potentially help unlock those Asian markets for us as well. So that post-close transaction, looking to those kinds of expansion opportunities, is going to be a high priority for the Evernorth team. And again, we're lucky to have world-class investors from SBI, Ripple, Arrington, XRP Capital, and several others join us in this journey.
The adults in the room have entered. Speaking of adults, here's Dom Kwok. This is exactly how the richest people in the world become even richer. They never sell their appreciating assets, crypto, stocks, real estate. They borrow against them. Soon we will allow anyone to do just that, starting with XRP. He's retweeting, "This has been something I've been wanting to learn too, borrowing against our assets." That's what I'll be doing this when the price gets a lot higher than it is right now. Trust me on that. We're going to go into DAIXRP.com. There is a Brad Garlinghouse sighting I'm going to show you. Go to DAIXRP.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, hit subscribe. We do the full video plus the extended video with no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.